Yeah, I got a serious problem, and I just want to clear this up and get it out of the way. You might want to watch this video or just turn it off now. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care if it's monetized or not. Look, when I first started making videos on YouTube, I don't know, years and years ago, I think I made videos on YouTube long before 2017, when YouTube was just starting out. And I was making how-to videos and little helpful things here and there. And then at some point, I guess, people took off with it, monetization started. I resisted being monetized long after this pandemic and all that. And then at some point, I realized that my videos were being commercialized. They were having commercials on my videos at some point, and my channel was not monetized. Like a commercial would play before I'd go back and watch one of my videos, and I didn't understand why. And it didn't happen every time, but sometimes. And if I didn't monetize it, at some point something must have changed in YouTube's policy in order to be able to do that. So I said, okay, maybe I should monetize my channel now, because if everybody's making money off of Baby Shark, I mean, I don't know how many times you can hear different renditions of Baby Shark. It must have been played 1,000,000 times in different settings, black and white, rap, you name it. You could only hear Korean Baby Shark so many times before you go insane. And these videos are making money, hand over fist. Or whether it's foreign videos of car tires running over kids' toys or dollar store toys. Or it's the gun guys, the gun YouTubers, which I have no problem with the genuine ones, but the other ones, the federal agent ones, the ones that come to you like a thief in the night and get you interested and riled up into firearms, and then they're grabbing all the youth and stuff, and everybody thinks that they're so witty and so cool, and they talk so cool, and they say little innuendos, sexual innuendos and all that crap in their videos, and then the next thing you know, they're telling you to go sign up somewhere and advertise someone else's service to go manufacture a firearm somewhere. Well, it's not really hard to figure out. If you went from playing rock, paper, scissors in a coffee shop because your hands aren't dirty, or that your hands aren't beat up because you've been working all of your life, it's pretty obvious there that you've been contracted and employed by someone, and it's obviously not for YouTube monetization or money to be made there. It's obviously, if you can get your hands on endless accounts of firearms and machine guns, then it's pretty evident that you're there for another reason. You're there to steer crowds of children and teenagers into a certain group in where they can be herded into a database. And that bothers me, but nobody seems to care about that. And then what of the real YouTube gun makers? The good old guys just trying to give tips on certain things. That's why I totally steer clear from anything like that that's controversial on YouTube, because right now in our country, in the world, period, not just our country, but in the world, everything today is all about a database. You see that across government legislation or state legislation. Across the board, it's all about who's in what database and how can they track you and trace you down to what you like, whether it's going through new age technology or something else. And so that's enough about that. Now let's move on to the other things that I hate about that's happening to YouTube.
AI?
AI.
Ooh.
I hate AI videos, but they come on constantly. And you can't tell the difference between a fake person and a real person, because there's nothing but good to the guys out there that are exposing the AI videos, but they're not getting front news coverage on YouTube, and that bothers me too. All these things bother me because it puts the real person with real shoes and a real truck and a real cigarette and real hands and real working people who have real experience, not out of business, but out of contact with the rest of the world, and leaves you in a state of confusion. So when it's time for me to go look up something important, I get a bunch of useful information I got to sift through that's constantly being on a loop where people are making money. I think I watched some video where Baby Shark or something else was on a loop, round the clock, just constantly. And I guess that's in the kid video making world, but then you get all these third world country videos on there from all these different countries, and YouTube is supposed to take 30% away from these people and keep it for themselves or whatever, and then these companies don't make as much as you make in the United States. You know, believe it or not, monetizing a channel with all the video, I think I have 80, 85 videos on my channel, you only get like $2, $3 every 5 days or 10 days or something like that, depends. You know, and nobody really talks about that when they talk about monetizing or making a YouTube channel. You just go on there to look for information. Oh, and the other thing that bothers me, and I'm almost done with this rant, the other thing that bothers me is how can these news organizations take over and monetize their channels like News 6, all your local news television stations, constantly, or monetizing their channel and have commercials in it at some point, and they're making money off of news channels. I thought we moved to YouTube to get away from mainstream media so that we could do our own thing on YouTube. But I realize desperate times call for desperate measures. So now we have to sift through all of this stuff. So if you like an original guy who's not a federal agent trying to collect your data and tell you to subscribe to something or go sign up with your name on the dotted line or some other garbage out there, then I'm asking you to subscribe to the real people who have real legitimate channels. Real old-fashioned people or people with a genuine motive. Don't go for the coffee shop dude with the whatchamacallit that has endless supplies of weapons and firearms. Don't go with the ballistics guy who wants to put a hole through not put a hole through body armor so that he can sell body armor for another company. Or in the automotive world, don't go for the guy who wants to sell you a particular part from a particular company because he somehow works for that company. Go for an independent person who has an independent opinion so that you can get accurate information. And watch out for all these channels out there. I'm not telling you not to look at them and not to like them. I'm just telling you, watch out for the original YouTubers out there.
They're still out there.
And give them likes and give them thumbs up so we can get the YouTube community back to its original roots. Because this crap that we're seeing today, with this over monetization from every third world country, including the United States, with all of their agendas, including the news, mainstream media, trying to monetize their channel and make money on the side as well, is ridiculous. So I guess this is my answer to why you might watch a video and say, I will never be monetized. It was either shut my channel down like I did for almost a year, or put it back up and let people get help and monetize it. Because if you're going to put commercials on my thing and you're going to spread all this information around the world, then at least you're going to pay me for my next repair.
Even if it's just pennies.
Yeah, even if it's only pennies and you're only going to pay for one washer out of a $700 or $800 job or a $9,000 job. You're going to pay me something if you're going to put these raggedy commercials on my channel. Thank y'all. Thank you, YouTubers. And give some love to the original YouTubers out there, the guys that are doing this from their backyard, from their back porch, and don't have big corporations behind them or federal agent behind their last name or channel name. Thank you.